What is happening, people? It is Tuesday, which is a very, very busy day for me because Tuesdays are my busiest check-in day. So clients send everything over on a Monday. They go through their photos, data, how their week's been, they send me a video. We have a little bit of crack about their week. And then on a Tuesday, I analyse absolutely everything and set them up for the week ahead. Obviously, everyone's spread out over the week, but Tuesday I have about 20 to get through, which is my busiest check-in day. However, it's 7:45 and I've been up since 5 o'clock making notes on everyone's check-ins. So I like to spread it out now and get a little walk in. I've got a nice little loop around mine where I do about 2,000-3,000 steps, then head back and then go and film everyone's check-ins for them before I go and train upper. It's been raining, which is absolutely miserable, especially in May. It's meant to be summer now, which is like, when everyone asks me, Marcus, why do you want to move abroad? Like, why do you want to go fully online? And half it's the weather. Like, who wants to be stuck in this weather? However, we get it done nonetheless. So here we are. But yeah, I'm out with all the dog walkers this morning, seemingly. Do you know what the biggest game changer for me has been, though, since starting online and actually building a proper routine, is that consistency in the week. Just knowing exactly what's happening on every single day. And then also taking the time in the day just for myself to have that headspace, like these walks, to spread work out. Again, like, people see online coaching as this, oh, you can work and train whenever you want and it's a nice lifestyle. Not really. Like, if you want to build a business that gets people's results and an actual service that you're proud of, then I honestly believe that you're probably going to work more than most people in a 9 to 5. Like, I'm up at 5 a.m. doing check-ins, and yes, I'll train in the middle of the day, but that's simply because I've woke up earlier to then get that training session in later on. However, I do prefer actually training early on in the morning. Like, some days I will go and train at 6 o'clock in the morning and get that out of the way and then crack on with my work. But on days like a Tuesday where it's very, very check-in centric and very client-focused day, and it's a very in the business day, then I like to train a bit later on to spread the day out a bit and get most of my work done first thing in the morning, really. But yeah, I'm gonna get this walk done, I'm gonna get back, gonna have the famous protein oats, and then, like I say, we're gonna go and film everyone's check-ins, get them all set up, reply to any messages that I've got, which I probably will do, and then we will see what the rest of the day has in store. So that is walk done. We're back in the house now, and like I say, we're about to make the famous MDC oats, which everyone always asks me, how do you make them? I'm literally just like, oats, protein powder. It's really, really not complicated. So we're gonna go 100 gram of oats. I'm stuck on which protein powder to use. I think we might go chocolate, and then fruits and a bit of a digestive biscuit as well, because it's meant to be honey, but I've literally just run out. Well, actually I didn't, it got crunchy. Horrible that when that happens. We're gonna have that, and then we're gonna do 2 hours basically just filming the check-ins, going through them, sending them to clients, then replying to any messages, and then we're gonna have pre-workout. It's upper body day today, and then when I come back this afternoon, I've got a call with Robert, who wants to join the team, so we're having a little bit of a discussion on sort of where he's at, where he wants to get to, go through his goals together, and sort of see how we can map that out together and get him to where he wants to be, which is class. The team is just growing week on week now, and it's so exciting. It's 2 weeks tomorrow until I move fully online, so you're sort of seeing the build up. So I'm still in person, and I'm managing the online business, and it's all running very, very smoothly, touch wood, at the minute. So I'm gonna make these oats, and I'll be back. Bosh, done. You might be wondering why I've got the hat on. Honestly, I haven't done the hair and it looks in an absolute state, but look at that, man. So we got 95 grams of oats. We went cinnamon donut on the protein powder, frozen fruits and some cinnamon on top there. We're gonna demolish this, and then, like I say, I'm gonna go through all of my clients, made all of my notes on their check-ins and stuff this morning, and then gonna film it all now. But yeah, that's about it. I'm just enjoying the process at the minute, and it's again just trying to document the journey as much as possible, from going from fully in person, stuck on the gym. I wasn't stuck, was I? But knowing that there was more, and now this year things have really taken off, scaling the business. And I say scaling, all it is growing the community and getting as many people as possible the level of result I expect from my business. And the people, the in the team are just absolutely crushing it at the minute. I'm building a proper team of winners, which is absolutely class to see. And it's just the process of it all is so enjoyable. And it's the same with training. I find training and building a business is so similar. It's that step-by-step process of, right, there's a problem, how are we going to fix it? It's the same with the gym, reps and sets every single day. And that's how I pretty much enjoy it. And that's how I fell in love with the gym as well. So more to come on that, because calories have gone up recently and we're on 3,000 on a training day, 2,800 on a non-training day, which for some of you might be, what on earth? But I'm 70 kilo now. But I'm 5'6" and I was 66 kilo when I started this, so we are getting somewhere. Now, in this phase, we're aiming to lose around a pound of fat a week for you, because we're already in a decently lean position, so we don't have that much to lose. So I am 5 check-ins down out of the 20 that I'm doing today. However, I've just got a message, and this is exactly why I love it. Message from my client, Chloe, who has just messaged me. She is the lowest weight she's been since we started last October. She is now 159 pounds, which I'm going to quickly find out how much she's lost since we started. But it's honestly, this is one of my favourite parts of the job. It's just seeing it's my favourite part of the job, is seeing my clients win, because honestly, it fills me with so much pride, like genuinely. So when we started, in March, she was 165. So we're now down. I've completely lost the message now. We're down 6 pounds since March, which is absolutely class. And in that time, she's had 2 weeks off of being ill, which is absolutely insane. She should be so proud. And again, like, it's not all about losing weight. Like, losing weight isn't a goal. And I always tell this to people when they come in, they're like, I just want to lose a bit of weight. It's not really a goal. I would hazard a guess at your goal being you want to lose a bit of fat, you want more defined body and physique, and you probably want to gain a little bit of strength in the gym. So when we look at weight, we take it with a pinch of salt. Like, yes, it's a nice way to look at the scales going down. It's nice to see that trend because it means that something is going right. However, the main thing for me when I'm looking at clients is how do we feel? What do the progress photos tell us? And just how is our confidence in ourselves? How do we feel when we are wearing our clothes? When we take our clothes off, how do we feel? Because that for me are big. They are bigger wins than just the scales coming down. But messages like that when I'm halfway through check-ins just light me up with excitement. I'm going to go through the rest of the check-ins now. I've got new client Jake, who I have just finished setting up his program for. So we're going to send him over, I guess, like a 15-20 minute video just debriefing his hub, his training program, his nutrition, his meal plans, everything like that. Now, for a lot of clients, I don't give meal plans, but with Jake, he's got quite a specific goal in mind and we want to get there. So we're tailoring everything around that. So I'm going to crack on with the rest of these, but I just thought I'd update you because that is an unreal win. So shout out, Chloe. Whew. First block of check-ins done. Well, pretty much done all of them, if I'm quite honest with you. The team are absolutely flying. And when I talk about check-ins, like, I'm aware a lot of people don't even know because they've only ever checked in for a flight or a hotel. But we sort of, again, go through all of the data from last week. But all of my clients, well, a lot of them have been with coaches before where they've just felt like a number and the coach has just looked at the data and gone, right, this is what you're doing this week. But I get clients to give me video feedback about how they've actually felt, what's been going on in the week. And I actually learn about them more as a human and go off that more than the data, because that tells you a lot more than any number will tell you on a scale. So I go through all of that and then we send like a 10-15 minute video back, sort of going through how the week's been, where I want them to improve on this week, what the focus is in, what phase we're in, what's coming up next, and always looking at what the goals are, what we're working towards, are we on track, and just building it towards that. However, now it is time for the pre-workout nutrition because we've got upper body. So unfortunately, I normally have a banana with my bagels. However, there's no bananas. So I'm having my bagel, having some jam. We're going to get a snide monster out the fridge and I'm going to find something else to eat as well. And then we're going to go to the gym, going to train upper, and I'm going to come back, finish off the last couple of check-ins, and then I've got to call Rob, who is signing up for the team, which is going to be absolutely class to go through where he's at. So let's go and do it. So that is upper body done. It was a good session actually today. This is why I had the hat on. The hair's just not agreeing with me today, although it's getting cut tomorrow. So we've got lunch, minced beef, 5% fat, obviously. Basmati rice. Honestly, don't know the numbers. Can't remember what they were. They're on my phone. 2 eggs, just because I need the extra calories today. We're on, I told you this morning actually, 3,000, 3,000 a day because it's a training day. Going to watch a bit of Talk Sport, listen to, well, apparently Xabi Alonso might be the new Chelsea manager, which, who would want that job at the minute? Although, being a Newcastle fan, I've given up on the season, right? I kind of hope West Ham just beat us on the weekend, just because I want to see Spurs go down so badly, but we shall see. So I'm going to demolish this. It'll then be around 1 o'clock. I will then do 3 more video check-ins for the rest of my clients. And then we've got a call with Robert at 2, which I've probably mentioned about 3 times, but I'm super excited. We've been speaking for a couple months now. And he's like, yeah, right, now's the time. He's just got married in America and he's got another holiday booked at the end of the year. So we're going to work towards that as our little timeline. But yeah, super excited. I should probably mention that if you do want to inquire about coaching, there's a link down there. There's 3 questions, your name, your email and your phone number, and I'll get in touch and we'll simply just have a chat and see where you're at the moment. But I'm going to tuck into this. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. We are back. I'm just going to clip this on actually, instead of holding it there. We are back. A lot has happened since I actually last spoke to you a couple of hours ago. Robert signed up, which is absolutely class. He's from up in Glasgow, which means I have 3 clients up there now. So I'm going to go up there the back end of next month to go and train with some of my clients. And it's always nice just to meet them all in person. I've got a hike with quite a few of them at the end of this month. So I'll go up to Glasgow to see those guys at the end of next month. And then I'm going down to Yorkshire in July as well to see some of my other clients, which is, it's insane that this is my job and I get the chance to do that. But yeah, absolute class call with Rob. Like I say, it's never just a sales call. Like I just get on there and just chat about where they're at. And the one thing about me is I hate selling. So I will never sell to anyone really. I'll just get them on the call, go through where they're at, map out a plan, and if they like the sound of it, absolutely class. And then one of my other clients, Courtney, she's lost. It's incredible how much she's lost. I'll put her transformation up here. But she was accused of using the skinny jobs this morning, which was quite an interesting one. I've had quite a few clients be accused of that just because simply they've changed their whole lifestyle and their physique is night and day different from when they start the gym, and people see them go, oh, you've been using the jabs, haven't you? And they're like, no, I've just been sticking to my calorie deficit, been training hard, been putting in the effort, and that's what gets results. So it's quite annoying people feel like they can say that, but you know, people like that exist in the world, so it's a bit of a shame. And then I've just been doing my post for tomorrow, which is about another client who has lost 10 kilos since starting with me at the back end of last year, and he's been absolutely flying. Teaches full-time, which is a very stressful job, and a lot of the time people see these results and they're like, oh, these guys must have so much time on their hands. Not really. He's at school from 8 in the morning probably, like latest, and he stays behind, so it's not like a 9 till 3 job, is it? It's a very unforgiving job that takes a lot out of you. So he's absolutely smashed it as well. So I've just put a little post to give him a bit of a shout out, because reaching a 10 kilo milestone is absolutely insane. And yeah, so that's been the rest of my afternoon. I've got a little bit of clients comms to go through now and just reply to some messages, because obviously Tuesday is a really busy check-in day. So I'm going to go through that, reply to everyone now, and then going to go and make meal 4, whatever it is, which is chicken and potatoes. And then we've got a nice cream of rice bowl later on tonight. So I'll catch up with you guys when I'm making the next meal. Happening people, you join me on meal 4 or whatever it is, and it's potatoes, chicken and some green veg as well, some lettuce. You'll realise when you start watching more of these, my meals are very similar day to day. And the reason being is it just makes my life so simple. I don't have to think about what I'm doing nutrition-wise. It's the exact reason I've got a coach as well, Neil, who takes care of all of my training, all my nutrition, just tells me what to do. Because with my own clients, I do so much programming, I do so much nutrition work for my own clients. The last thing I want to focus on is then my own nutrition and my own training and have to stress about that. It's why I outsource absolutely everything. And it's what I say to my clients, who are, a lot of them, well, every single client I've got, everyone's busy, aren't they? So the last thing they want to think about is, what do I need to do with my training? What should my nutrition look like? And it's why I take care of absolutely everything for them. But we're going to dig into this now, and then I'm going to go for a walk, because I'm on 6,500 steps. For me, at the moment, with me being in a push-up phase and a gaining phase, anywhere between 8,000 and 10,000 steps is the norm. As long as I hit that, I'm happy. So I will do that. I'm pretty much done for the day in terms of work. I'll just be replying to clients for the rest of the day. Go for any emails that I need to answer, and then we will get things set up for tomorrow, and then prep all my meals, supplements all ready for tomorrow, and then go to bed and actually chill, because it's very, very rare that I get a chill. And this is one of the things with me transitioning online. I'm realizing how much time I actually have now, because where I used to be working from 5 in the morning until 10 at night on the gym floor and having no time, and when I was trying to do the online within that, I was rushing around and trying to reply to people in 5-10 minute gaps, and that's the reason why I'm transitioning fully online, is because you just can't do both to a really, really good standard. One has to give. And the more I've grown my client base online, the better results we're getting online with the team. We've transitioned slowly, and then all my in-person clients have pretty much moved online as well, which is absolutely class. Apart from Stevie, who's 63 and has trained with me for almost 4 years now, bless him. So me and him are still going to catch up for a coffee every single week, because the guy's seen me through a lot since growing up. However, I want to dig in my chicken now, so I'm going to catch up with you guys in a little bit. Forgot about this. I've got my, this isn't even my favourite Udi, this is my second favourite Udi. I only got 2, so it's also my least favourite. Last meal going down, cream of rice, which I'm currently making, with whey drip, and a frozen fruits. Whey drip, sticky toffee pudding one. I like this on a night time better, I've decided, because it actually feels like I'm having a dessert, which is just nice. And obviously we're in this gaining phase, so I've got quite a few extra calories. So we're going to half, which I've already taken a little bit of a bite out of, I'm not going to lie, an M&S triple chocolate cookie. If you don't know, get to know. However, the elite ones of those were Christmas when they brought out the white chocolate and cinnamon ones. Oh, unbelievable. Anyways, I've got 100 gram of cream of rice, and I'll put 500 millilitres of water in, and it gets a decent texture. It gets like a cakey texture. Microwave for about a minute, and then I'll make the drip. I will put a digestive in. I'll have half a cookie and my fruit, and then put a bit of cinnamon on top as well. Lovely stuff. So I'll be back once I've made it. So I'm going to try and show you guys the ultimate whey drip here, by the way. Over the top. I know I said banana, but we're going frozen fruits instead. Look at that, man. That is perfect consistency, by the way. All we need to do now is add a bit of cinnamon on top. And that is a nice little nightcap to finish off the day, full day of eating. So if you've enjoyed it, guys, I'm going to zoom back up here. Hopefully you've enjoyed just watching me eat for a day, to be honest with you. Upper body, I'm sure I would have put some videos in about what the session was. It's quite a nice session, to be honest. Got a rest day tomorrow. A bit more chilled. Wednesdays I'm still in the gym, so in the morning I've got classes, I've got a couple of PTs, then I'm back here, barber's coming round to do my hair, which is in dire need of a haircut, and then we've got a few things to sort off in terms of, like, I'm meant to be booking a holiday. I've going to Manchester for a seminar next week, so it's a bit of an admin-y day Wednesday. Thursday's content, and then Friday into the weekend is more just client work, making sure that everyone's set up for the weekends, and then back into check-ins at the start of the week. But yeah, really, really enjoying just the process. And like I said at the start of the video, like, just taking things step by step and building the business that I want to build and gets the best results for my clients, which is at the minute absolutely insane. We're planning on doing, obviously I've got my photo shoot at the back end of this year, and then there's going to be a client photo shoot going into the start of next year, which is super, super exciting. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, drop a subscribe, drop a comment if you fancy, and there's relevant links down below for whatever you need. Hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next video.